Hi, and welcome to the Reaganskopp Urban Homestead, where today we're going to be talking and giving a review of one of the discount seed companies that we found, I will admit it, on Instagram ads and also Facebook ads. So basically the metaverse, and they sucked me in last year. So let's get started. All right, today we're going to be discussing Seeds and Such. This is the company right here. Seeds and Such is the name of the discount company, and full disclosure, they know nothing about this review, and these are my own opinions with seed that I purchased with my own money in 2024. 2024, I was looking for a very particular type of seed that had gone really expensive. It was a hybrid tomato on Johnny's website. I think I had gone from like $5 a packet to over $10 for this particular seed that I really wanted to regrow. And I went on the hunt and I got sucked in by the ads. So I'm going to give you a little bit of the company history, some of their pros and cons, and then my review at the end. I'll add some show notes at the bottom. So if you just want to hear what I thought, you can skip right on over to that part. But let's start with Seeds and Such. Seeds and Such is a company that, as far as I can find out, was started in 2013. I couldn't find that on their website. I found that on the Better Business Bureau's website, but it looks fairly accurate. And they are a U.S.-based company, still family-owned, out of the state of Georgia, which those of you that aren't from the U.S. are not familiar. It's kind of the southeastern United States, pretty close to where I live, a little bit warmer climate area down there. They are a big social media advertising company. I say this not because I could find specifics of that online, but that's how I first found them. And I consistently have seen ads all spring, along with a bunch of other gardening sites. So they're making heavy use of the metaverse to make sure that you know about their products. And they position themselves in most of the ads to be a cheap seed place to buy. You'll see a lot of ads that advertise free shipping or low-cost shipping or flat $5.99 shipping. And the big one that they try and get everybody with is $3.25 a pack of seeds. If you're not familiar with buying seeds, $3.25 a packet may or may not be a good deal. Trust me, it's cheap, especially when you start down the rabbit hole of specialty seeds where you're paying $5, $10 a packet. $3.25, pretty good deal. All right, so this is how they're advertised. And when you come to their website, they keep that kind of message consistent. They talk about the fact that they're non-GMO, which I will talk about at the end, but that doesn't seem like a huge perk to me. And that they offer a lot of varieties of heirloom and hybrid seeds, which I found to be true. They also have kind of as a second specialty that they offer ones that are specifically good for hydroponic growing, and then ones that are AAS selected. That is the All American Selections. It's a third-party company that goes through and says, like, this does good in American gardens and lives up to its title. So that's really good for new gardeners. If you're wanting kind of a guarantee that this is going to be good in America, you might go look for the AAS certification for your seeds. Those are your big things that they try and show you at the beginning of the website and on their side menus when you're doing your shopping. They do have some garden tools and side items, but I really didn't explore this. I went directly for the seeds. All right, let's talk first about their cost tiering, because that's the thing that draws you in. Who doesn't want a $3.25 packet? Well, as of today, which this is in January of 2025, I looked at their cost tiering, and it is the same as it was last year, which they are super proud of. Every catalog for every year says no price increase that I have. So this is 24, 25, and they are super proud of that. And honestly, in the seed world, they probably should, because prices have skyrocketed. So here's their shipping, their pricing. I'm sorry, not shipping. We'll get to that in a moment. Their pricing starts at $3.99 a packet. If you order 1 to 9 packets, then there's a couple mid-tiers. And then finally, if you order over 20 packets of seeds, then you can get their lowest price, which turns out to be $3.25 a packet. So they're not lying in their advertising, but you have to spend a fair amount to get there in order, to get that cheap items. I will say that their shipping is $5.99 flat. They have consistent kind of deals on that. I think today that's like if you spend $40, it's free shipping. I have gotten coupons in the mail for free shipping. But even that $6, that's not bad. Like Baker Creek, they charge a flat $5, or they did last year. I haven't even ordered this year, so maybe it's different. So that's kind of similar, flat shipping. So you can get to that $3.25 and you can save a lot on shipping if you do the free shipping. I mean, if you're going to order 20 packets, it's going to be more than $40 anyway. So booyah, you get your free shipping. And that's pretty much it. You order, they come in the mail, and they arrive. So let's talk about what that looks like and kind of get a little more into the review section of this whole video. Okay, so we'll talk about my experience from this point on with this company. So I ordered some seeds, again, this hybrid tomato that I really wanted, and a few more. I think I only got down to the first tier of pricing. I'd have to look back. So I didn't get down to $3.25 because I was testing them out. There's no sense in spending a whole lot of money, especially on like a TikTok brand, if you don't know that it's actually going to come through. I did not want a Temu seed situation on my hands. So I ordered a few, and they come in very generic packets. Let me put that where you can see this. This is the packet. All of the packets come similarly with a title at the top. And then what was a disappointment, if you're not a regular gardener, was on the back where seed packets usually have instructions. They have instructions. They do. They have instructions. But they're very generic instructions. So for this one, this was a hybrid tomato packet. And on the back, it's how to start tomatoes, potato, eggplant, celery, or pepper seeds. I don't know how celery gets in that mix, especially because it has a very different way of starting celery. You have to start it way sooner than these other items. I guess it's similar, like you need heat, kind of like peppers. I don't know. That's very generic starting instructions. And then some of them, if you're a new gardener, probably wouldn't even make sense, like Swiss chard, which I know is related to beets, but most like regular, like this is your first year starting seed. It's going to be kind of funny because this one is how to start seeds of root crops in similar varieties. So you're getting instructions on starting carrots and beets, and you're not sure what in the world this has to do with Swiss chard. I get it. According to what I read on their website for this year, they may have fixed that problem by providing QR codes for specific instructions. I don't know yet. Haven't ordered in 2025. But in 2024, if you were looking for informative planting instructions on your seed packets, womp womp, you're not getting it. I don't really care. It doesn't matter to me. I know how I'm planting my stuff and when I'm starting it. So experienced seed growers, it probably doesn't matter to you. The other piece that I was a little disappointed with on the packet was the germination rate. I do appreciate that, I don't know that I can get this close enough to the camera, but we'll try and see, that they gave me the germination rate on it. But I was pretty sad at things like 75%. Not a big deal with the Swiss chard. I had 200 seeds in here. Who cares? Just overseed. But when you have like a 70% on a packet where you only got 10 seeds in it, that's not terribly exciting. To give them credit, though, I had the same issue with Baker Creek last year where I got some seeds and it had very low germination rates on the packet itself. And I was not really happy about that. If it had been on the website, I just wouldn't have even bothered to order it. Same for these. I really wish I had that. But again, I'm not going to say that Seeds and Such did a worse job than anybody else. It was just a little, it would have been nice to know. All right. The last thing that I will note about a packet is that a packet is the only one that does the tiered pricing, and that you need to very carefully read how many seeds come in a packet. Now, to Seeds and Such credit, they very much list it on every single one of this. Like I can look at this and say, this honeydew only gets 8 to 10 seeds per packet. And this tomato, let's scoot over here and say, okay, so this cucumber that they have listed has 10 to 12 seeds per packet. Don't be dumb and not read it carefully. I was blowing through the tomatoes, and every tomato that I was ordering was 20 to 25 seeds a packet. And then I ordered some specialty ones, and I got 10 seeds, and they were the ones that I wanted to grow a lot of tomatoes on. That is on me, but I think it's very important to note that each packet is not like a determinate size. Like, all their tomatoes don't have the same number of seeds in a packet, which is kind of weird. I mean, I guess I can see it if they're more expensive seeds, then there's going to be less per packet. I get it, totally. But read, because honestly, every year I plant enough extra plants from my seeds that I pay for my seed order. And because I sell them as starts and to people in the neighborhood. And this does not become a good deal when there isn't enough for me to plant to make back the money for the seed packet. So just keep that in mind. Not everybody's doing that, and it doesn't matter. If you only need 10 seeds, that's great. But if you planned on doing 20 tomato plants and you only got 10, and it was, $3.25 a packet, and you could have just ordered one packet from some other company, the discount may not be as good. It kind of makes it a little more expensive per seed. But as a pro, if you have a small garden and you didn't want to do a lot of seed and you want to try it out, cheap point of entry. Good testing there. So, all right. And then the only other thing about the company I would talk about that I didn't use was the refund policy. And I probably should have, because we're going to now go into my review. I would give Seeds and Such an okay score. Okay enough that I might even order again from them in 2025. It'll really depend once I start going through my whole seed order. I've grown enough years that there are certain things I want, and we're going to see if they have a better deal. So the reason I say they're, as my kids say, mid, was that they're great. If you're a small gardener and you want to try out a few seeds really cheap, then they're good. You're not going to get a lot of seeds per packet in a lot of cases, but you can get a pretty good variety, a lot of good hybrids. Hey, Hades. Hello. A lot of good varieties, and it's a great place. Like, you're going to have one vendor. You can go get every seed that you need to start a garden, and they're going to have selections that might be even a little fun. They have heirlooms. They have specialty, selected ones. Good deal. The cons, though, are the germination. That was really important to me to test out and see their germination, and it was meh. It was mostly like the packet said. Sometimes I had a lot less, and I was comparing that to similar plants, like tomatoes to tomatoes, peppers to peppers from different seed vendors, and I was not thrilled, which usually says to me that the seeds probably weren't stored as good, or they were secondhand from other seed vendors. There can be a lot of reasons. And in one case, I had an entire packet not germinate at all. And according to their refund policy on their website, I probably could have gotten my money back. I just didn't. So I looked at a lot of reviews to make sure that their refund policy kind of held. And if you look at some of the older things from 2019, there's a lot of people that were kind of annoyed at customer service, but those tend to fall off in like 2023, 2024. Most people are saying that they had decent customer service, that they were able to get their money back. So it is my belief, I cannot prove, but my belief that they will hold to their refund policy. But if it's your first few times starting seed, while I would suggest maybe they're great because of their low price point, they might not be good because of their low germination, which was kind of sad. As I mentioned earlier, they do say they are non-GMO. If you're really into that and you're really into non-GMO seeds, I don't think this is the place for you. I couldn't see anything where they test that, and there's not really a guarantee. And they also don't sell any that are listed as organic. I grow in an organic method in our yard, but I am not 100% organic. So I will buy seeds that are not already organically grown. But if that's important to you and you want a tested non-GMO seed, fully organic, then this is not the place to buy from you. I can't find any guarantees. I can't see that they don't have drift in their corn, which is a big one. And, I think that's something that is important to certain subsets of gardeners. And so this isn't the type of place to buy your seeds from. And then finally, I would say their other con is that their shipping, while cheap, was slow. They were like the last one to arrive, and it was forever. I was actually starting to get nervous that they were going to be here in time for me to start. So if you're going to give them a try, you need to order now at the end of January if you plan to start seeds in February and March. So that was kind of their con. But yeah, so that's why I say they're mid. Like the price was okay. The shipping, they did come. The germination was and they have a really good selection. If there's something that you want to try cheaply or you only want a few seeds of, this is the way to go. Like I'm telling you right now, it was great. I did get that hybrid tomato. I did have good germination on it, and I didn't have to spend $10 for the pack. But again, some of the other seeds I ordered were, they were okay. Poor germination, not very many a pack. But you know, some were really good. Like the Swiss chard was just fine. It was fine. It was a solid workhorse. I couldn't find it anywhere cheaper. So, yep. So that's really my unbiased review of, well, I guess I'm biased because I did it, but nobody paid me. So it was my unbiased review of seeds and such. Please, if you have any questions or you want to ask, specifics of my experience, I will do my best in the comments. I'm happy to let you, know what I thought and how it turned out. And like I said, I may actually order a few more after I do all my price comparison this spring. And then finally, thank you for watching today. We are going to try and make some more content that is focused on information. So if you like that, please like and subscribe down below. Please comment and let us know. And we'll make more content, how-tos, and reviews of the seeds and gardening things that we use. Thanks for watching.